Hey everyone, ready to dig in as we unearth the secrets of soil.
Sounds fascinating.
Not just plain dirt though, right?
Right.
We're talking about the amazing world of soil organic matter and soil organic carbon
Yeah.
and why it's so important for healthy plants. And
Absolutely.
get this, how it can even combat climate change.
Yeah. It's amazing how vital healthy soil is for our food.
It's true.
But most of us never stop to think about what's happening under our feet.
We definitely take it for granted,
Yeah.
but it's so much more than just dirt. It's like a whole ecosystem down there.
It really is.
And at the heart of it all is soil organic matter, or SOM for short,
Right.
and soil organic carbon, or SOC.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, those terms sound a little technical.
Sure.
Could you break them down for me?
Absolutely. Think of soil organic matter like a bustling city, okay?
Okay.
Buildings made of decomposing plants and animals, streets full of microorganisms,
Wow.
this whole network of roots and fungi underground. It's everything in the soil that was once alive.
So it came from something living.
Exactly.
I like that, a bustling city underground.
Yeah.
Okay, so where does soil organic carbon fit into this city?
So soil organic carbon, or SOC, is like zooming in on the building blocks of our city.
Okay.
We're talking about the carbon inside those building blocks.
Okay.
Carbon's crucial for life, and when it's part of the soil, it creates this stable and fertile environment.
So it's like the building blocks themselves. Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture,
Yeah.
but why should I care? Or any listener for that matter. What makes SOM and SOC so important?
Well, just like a well-structured city thrives.
Right.
Healthy soil packed with SOM and SOC is essential for plants to grow. It makes the soil easier for roots to grow, to access water and nutrients. Plus, it feeds all those microbes we talked about, which makes the soil even more fertile.
So it's like making sure the city has good infrastructure, a booming economy. It makes sense that healthier soil would grow healthier plants. But our outline also mentions climate change. How does soil health play a role in something as massive as climate change?
Here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Remember how we talked about carbon being a key part of SOC?
Yeah.
Well, healthy soil can actually trap carbon from the air and store it, acting like a carbon sink.
Oh, wow.
This process, called carbon sequestration, is a natural way to lower the amount of carbon dioxide,
Wow.
which is a major greenhouse gas in the atmosphere.
I knew trees help with carbon sequestration, but I never realized soil played such a big role too.
That's a big player.
So by improving soil health, we're not only helping to grow more food, but we're also tackling climate change.
Absolutely.
It's a win-win.
Exactly.
And speaking of improving soil health, this is where today's sponsor, Farmonaut, comes in, right? They're using some really cool technology to check on soil health.
Right. Traditionally, figuring out how healthy soil was took a long time,
Yeah.
and it often cost a lot of money. You had to collect physical samples and send them off to labs. But Farmonaut is changing the game by using satellites to monitor soil health from space.
From space.
Yeah.
That's seriously ambitious. I have to admit, I'm a little skeptical. How can you get accurate info about something as complex as soil from so far away?
Well, it's pretty remarkable technology. They use satellites that have these multispectral cameras,
Okay.
and they can capture images of the Earth's surface in different kinds of light, including some that we can't even see.
So like infrared and ultraviolet.
Exactly. And each wavelength gives us different clues about what's going on in the soil. For example, near-infrared light can tell us a lot about the plants growing in the soil, how healthy they are, how dense they are,
Right.
which gives us a good idea about the soil's condition.
So they're looking at the bigger picture, not just the dude itself.
Exactly. And this is where AI comes in.
Oh, right.
They're using machine learning algorithms to sort through tons of this multispectral data, along with historical soil info and even weather patterns. It's amazing.
Wow. So they put it all together to create these detailed soil maps.
Yes,
And then they can give this information to the farmers, right?
precisely.
Okay, that makes sense. It's
Right.
like they're using all this fancy tech and data to give us a much clearer picture of what's going on with the soil. But what can farmers actually do with this information? I mean, how can they use it to make their soil healthier?
Great question. One of the best things is that it allows farmers to ditch that one-size-fits-all approach to managing their soil.
Right.
They get personalized advice for specific parts of their fields. Like, if the data shows that one area has low organic matter, they might plant cover crops there to boost the soil organic carbon.
Ah, so it's all about being precise, taking specific actions,
Exactly.
like personalized medicine, but for farming. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder. And there are so many benefits to having healthy soil.
Yeah, like what?
Well, healthier crops, obviously. Often means bigger yields, too. Plus, they might not need to use as much fertilizer or pesticides, which saves them money in the long run.
So it's good for the farmers' wallets and the environment, too.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the environment, we talked earlier about how soil can be a carbon sink. Can you tell us more about that?
Of course. Remember how we said that soil can store carbon from the atmosphere?
Yes.
When we focus on making our soil healthy and increase the soil organic carbon, we're actually helping to fight climate change.
Really?
By pulling carbon out of the air and storing it in the ground, we can lessen the greenhouse effect.
It's amazing how something as simple as caring for our soil can have such a huge positive impact on the planet.
It really is.
It just goes to show how connected everything is.
Absolutely. And it highlights how important it is to find sustainable ways to farm, ways that work with nature, not against it.
It's like we're always searching for these big, complicated solutions to global problems, but here we have this simple thing, soil,
All right.
literally right under our feet. And it could be a powerful tool to fight climate change.
It really makes you realize how much we overlook nature's solutions.
Total.
And the best part is that improving soil health doesn't just help with climate change, it also helps with biodiversity,
Right.
food security, water quality. It's all connected.
It's like a win-win-win for everyone.
Exactly.
For the farmers, for the planet, for all of us.
Yeah.
You know, as we've been talking about Farmonaut and their approach,
Yeah.
it makes me wonder if this type of technology could change more than just how we manage soil,
Uh-huh.
but also how we understand it.
Mhm.
Are there other ways to use this multispectral imagery besides, checking up on soil health?
Absolutely. People are already using it to track things like deforestation,
Right.
water pollution, even predict how much food crops will yield.
Wow.
And the accuracy is incredible. It's like we're giving scientists and policymakers this superpower
Yeah.
to see the earth in a whole new light. We're uncovering hidden patterns. It's really exciting.
It really is. It's like we're suddenly understanding our planet on a much deeper level,
Yeah,
which helps us make smarter decisions about how we use resources and protect the environment.
exactly.
That's amazing.
And the technology is only getting better.
I know.
Who knows what we'll discover next? Imagine, in the future, maybe we could predict natural disasters.
Wow.
Maybe even prevent them. Or grow enough food to feed everyone on Earth. We could create a world that's more sustainable and resilient. And it's all thanks to our ability to really see and understand our planet.
That's an inspiring thought. It seems like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible when we combine this cutting-edge tech with a deeper respect for nature.
I totally agree. There's so much more out there to learn.
Well, on that note, I think it's time for our listeners to do some exploring of their own.
Definitely.
Today, we dug deep into the incredible world of soil, from the bustling ecosystems beneath our feet to the satellites keeping watch from above. We learned about why soil organic matter and soil organic carbon are so crucial, not just for growing healthy food,
Right.
but for a healthy planet.
It's all connected.
And we saw how companies like Farmonaut are using amazing technology to help farmers and tackle global issues. So next time you're outside, take a second to appreciate the ground beneath your feet. It's more than just dirt, it's a vital part of life on Earth, and we can all do our part to protect it. That's all for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration.